Okay, hello YouTube. Playing the game. Playing against the International Master from Serbia. Yay. So far we have a Sicilian, open Sicilian. Let's see which variation we get. We're getting a dragon, so we're going into the mainline Yugoslav so far. The version of the mainline Yugoslav that I play just involves castles queenside, so we're still going into this mainline. He's playing this bishop d7 line, which isn't as well respected. But when people do play it, this is kind of the way they play it. They play bishop d7, and then they play knight e5, and they kind of just... I don't know how to describe it. They kind of just wait for you to play like h5 and g4 with maybe the intention of sacrificing some material or something. I usually just play bishop e2 to prevent all the sacrifices, and then I play g4 followed by h5. So I'm effectively gaining a tempo here. Although this is... Again, this is kind of how you have to play it, because if you don't play it this way as black, then you end up being down like 2 tempo in the main line, because the bishop hasn't had to go to c4 and then back to b3 and then capture. It's only made the one move. So when people do this, this is usually kind of what they try, is what the IM is trying right now, is they try to do something over here on the king side to either win material or just break up the position or something. They have to do something kind of creative. Because if they play the normal plan with knight c4, they're just down tempo. So they're trying to avoid playing the knight c4 plan, basically. So that's what he's doing right now. So that's the argument he's making. Another way to look at chess and chess openings in general is every time you're making a move, you're making some kind of argument. And in this case, the argument he's making is that the breakup of my king side is more important than getting counterplay on the queen side. So this is all kind of interesting. I wonder. I'm going to try... Can I play it? I want to play a goofy move here, but I don't think I can. I want to play h6. If he moves his bishop back, I basically win on the spot. I can play queen c3, and then he doesn't have knight e5 because I have h7 mate, which is adorable. I just don't know if it works. Because he's got knight e4 in that case. And then I've got queen f4, and then life is extremely complicated. I don't know, let's try it. It's just a blitz game. And it's fun to look at. So queen f4? I don't know. I mean, that was what I analyzed, so let's stick with it. I'm threatening to take a free knight, threatening to take a free bishop, threatening to take a free rook. And I'm not sure what his threats are. Maybe they're scary, I don't know. He seems to have a lot of pieces floating in scary places. That was what he did? That was the least frightening thing he ever could have done to me. Maybe he intends knight c3. No, he just intended that, which... Just take here. Boom. That eliminates the mate threat and takes something. Both knights are still hanging. This is bad for him, I think. I think he just lost. He's probably kicking himself right now, kind of wondering what went wrong. And honestly, I'm not sure myself. It was a complicated position. I don't know the assessment. So that check looks like it doesn't lead anywhere, because now I'm threatening here and I'm threatening here, so he has no follow-up at all. So now it's just a question of how do I win. I guess we just take more stuff, because if I get rid of his pieces, they can't threaten me anymore. He is threatening mate. I can block that mate in a very entertaining way. I better be careful. I'm about to lose on time. Let's just play bishop takes. So I got 14 seconds left to win the game, but it shouldn't be a problem because my position, I mean, it should end in a couple of moves. He might throw something in the way. But I mean, just bishop e7 followed by bishop f6 should be winning. Okay, yeah, that's what he's doing at this point. He's just throwing stuff in the way. And then this is pretty straightforward. He resigned. Okay, so I'm curious though, like, was anything I did okay? Because this is a weird position. So really, I just want to start kind of analyzing like right around here, where I know the position is still, pretty unclear. This is all kind of sort of well known. Like g4 is supposed to be acceptable. I think knight d5, rook on d to g1. All these moves are also, but g4 is semi-acceptable. And then hg4, h5 takes, knight takes, slight edge white, rook, knight to g4. Oh, h6 right here was the best move. Okay, so same idea, one move earlier. But okay, so bishop g5 is a mistake, rook c3, and then it wants to play queen c3. So h6 right away is completely losing to knight e4. Okay. My opponent couldn't figure it out, though. So knight e4, what was he supposed to do? Oh wait, it's with the assessment. Just changed a little bit. Okay, then it went back. Now it's worse. Okay, so queen f4, what are we missing? Just bishop f6 is what the computer says right now? That makes sense. Just bishop f6 and then I'm completely lost. So bishop f6 was the move. That was simple. And then queen e4, and then bishop f5. Oh, that is what I missed. And that's completely winning. So probably after just his next move, I was probably winning. So takes, bishop takes, no, still advantage black. He's got knight c3, which is better. Knight c3, b3, bishop e5, okay. Queen b6 is a huge blunder, hg, and now I'm finally winning. And now, yeah, bishop g4 is the most solid. Oh, just rook h8 is the easiest. And, yeah, again, rook h8 is the easiest. And, okay, eventually I get there. Well, okay, so big error with my h6 move. It was fun and it worked, but apparently, I guess I just have to play queen c3 here. But more importantly, I had that move one move earlier, and it was quite good. So like here, and now h6 is the right idea. Probably for like similar reasons. It's like bishop here, and then bishop h8, and there's not going to be any rook c3 followed by knight e4 because h7 is just such a huge threat. So that gives us a free hand to do whatever, and the computer's whatever is it wants to just grab this pawn. That's its chosen whatever. And then it's like knight h7 and then knight d5. And of course the computer doesn't really like my pawn to g4. It prefers prepping that. It prefers playing rook on d to g1 first, and then playing pawn to g4. Probably if I look in the master's database here, we have a game between Daniil Dubov and Li Chao. Oh, black won that game though, so we can't follow that. We have a Patson Gustafsson game. We've actually got quite a few games right here. So we've got bishop g5 is the big move, and then knight d5. So probably knight d5 is the big one. Yeah, knight d5 is still following the Dubov game. But of course, we'd want to try to find some sort of improvement on that game. Oh, it looks like knight c4 got played in that game. Yeah, so knight c4, and then, yeah, Dubov was actually better, and somehow he blew it. So knight c4, bishop c4, rook c4, b3 got played. So where did he go wrong? Knight d5, e d5, everything looks good. Rook c5, knight e6, still good. So Dubov is doing great here. Takes, king takes, the computer loves him. Where did he ever go wrong? Oh, maybe here's where he went wrong. Or actually, maybe here's where black went right. So queen c7 got played. King b1, so white's still doing everything right. Bishop e6, bishop d4, bishop f5, king a1, where did he blow it? e5, bishop b2, rook d8. Everything's fine. This is a travesty. at the end of all this, white's still better, so he must have blown it after this at some point. But he was certainly better out of the opening, so white clearly had an advantage this whole time. So the opening went well. I guess he just lost the game later. Okay, well, anyways, I guess that's kind of what I learned from that game. I tried something a little weird, and I got away with it. But again, it's okay to make mistakes in chess. Just we go back, we look at it, we learn lessons, and I mean that's really what blitz is for. Even it's just to try stuff, and if it's wrong, and that's okay. If you lose the game, that's okay. A lot of times you can be wrong and you can still win the game. Like in this situation, the position is still very, very complicated, so I still have a good chance to win. Even if I'm wrong. So sometimes it's worth it just to try it, just so that you can go over the position later and you can learn from it, and you can say, okay, why did I have this idea? And then you can learn kind of what is right about that idea, what is wrong about that idea, and you can kind of try to evolve as a player. So anyways, I hope you learned something new about chess. I hope you found this video helpful, and I hope you can use some of these ideas in your own games. Thank you very much for watching.